Teachers fighting back. At 6 o'clock, our Target 8 investigators showed you some intense moments in an active shooter training session where deputies showed teachers just how easy it can be to attack and kill them in a matter of minutes.
In that traumatic drill, 11 of 18 teachers were killed in just 2 minutes. And after that first drill, deputies showed teachers how to turn the tables on the attacker and then put them through the drill again with much better results. Danny Carlson's here now with the survival lessons that they learned.
And you know what, Brian and Sue, it really was the difference between waiting to die and fighting to live. This kind of training was tough to be a part of because you're forced to think about life and death decisions. Tonight, we can show you what works and what you can do to stay alive for the up to 10 minutes it could take for police to arrive. It's quick. It's terrifying. In this case, it's a drill, but one that represents an assault on one of the last places our kids are supposed to feel safe.
I'm so sorry I have to say this, but you're gonna have to say to yourself, what am I gonna do if I get shot or cut? Who am I gonna be? What am I gonna do? Prepare for it.
Part of that preparation is practice. We were given unprecedented access to a teacher training session at Penfield High School. We learned we need to prepare to fight back, to be able to hold on for 10 minutes at most, because in 10 minutes, help is on the way.
I guarantee that we will be here for you and we will do everything we can to protect you. But I'm telling you right now, I'm sorry to say, we are not the first responders, you are.
To survive for that 10 minutes, teachers need to not only turn classroom lights off and lock the doors, these first responders of necessity need to arm themselves with weapons of opportunity.
Inside this classroom, anybody have any ideas? What would you use as a weapon, sir? What would you use?
Grab a stapler, grab a stool.
Grab a stapler. Stool right there. We've got a stool. We've got a stapler. What do you have? What do you have?
Extinguisher.
Oh, fire extinguisher.
Stools and desks can become door locks and obstacles. That saves a minute right there. A stapler can become a missile, scissors a knife, buying another minute. Anything and everything is fair game when a potential killer is in your school.
It's the new tactical classroom. Is that crazy? The new we got to use the word tactical in school now?
But thinking tactically, using wiffle balls as those classroom projectiles, meant more lives were saved in our training session. The kill rate went from 11 of 18 to 1 wounded.
In the first scenario, you were waiting to die. Yep. And on the last one, she was refusing to die.
But can these teachers really do it? Can Shelley O'Dowd, the special ed teacher of 28 years, really defend her classroom?
And do you think you could stab someone with?
Oh, definitely. If I saw, oh, absolutely. I don't think. I just think it becomes an automatic. If you're protecting people, and you have, you know, a need, I think yes, I could, for sure.
It's not what she or most of these teachers signed up for, but they now know it could be part of the job.
Do you think your school is safer than other school districts that don't do something like this?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, if you don't have a comfort level in how you're going to react to some type of a situation, you're asking for bad things to happen.
I did speak to the Michigan Education Association, a state teachers union. They say that they are supportive of this kind of training being available as long as it doesn't mean that teachers become security guards on a regular basis. And legally, an expert we spoke to says that it is unlikely that teachers would get into any legal trouble.
Danny, what about the very controversial opinion of some of arming teachers with weapons themselves? Instead of throwing staplers, that they would have a gun. Did that come up? Did the teachers have an opinion on that? Does law enforcement have an opinion on that?
Well, law enforcement does, teachers do, and actually tomorrow morning on Daybreak, the 2 deputies that we were involved who shot this story with us, they're going to answer that question specifically, because a lot of people have been questioning that very thing on Facebook. And according to the MEA, I mean, that teachers union said that they are very against that effort of arming teachers, saying that that's really not teachers' jobs. So it is one of those controversial issues. I'm sure this is not the last we'll hear of it or the last we'll speak about it, since this is our new reality.
Unbelievable, too, that we have to go through these kind of training.
And that training did make a big difference. I mean, the second time, you know, once they got that training, 1 wounded was a big difference from what we talked about earlier in the day.
And you could tell the teachers were really empowered, too.
Yeah.
Which makes a huge difference.
Valuable. Danny, thank you.
Thanks, Danny.